topic that you would, in your wildest dreams, wouldn't think that I would be talking about. Just glancing through the New York papers today, the teachers union in New York City, without a contract for several years, they passed it. And I'm looking at just quickly, you know, they're getting a 4% raise in 1 year, another 4% back pay. Also, which really opened my eyes, they're going to be teaching less. They're taking away an extra 35 minutes that was put in when Bloomberg became mayor. But I would encourage the teachers here, because I certainly am going to look at the details and see what's what. All right? It doesn't help me as a retiree, but still. All right. Now, regarding the approval of the school board minutes, you first said, Mr. Rocket, you had no problem with my additions, but then you said it was unanimous against the addition. So I'm
No.
I want to get that cleared up.
No, we adopted and approved the minutes,
Yes.
subject to the suggested changes you made, and subject to the correction of one of the gentlemen speakers at that night. The minutes have been corrected.
Okay, so with my additions?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad I brought that up. Okay. So, yeah, I'll give you that. Okay. All right, now, at the April 22nd meeting, I really didn't mind that you interrupted me concerning my thoughts on totalitarianism in the district, in my opinion. However, I have to draw the line when you try to defend the district's position in my successful appeal for the documents to the OOR over the opposition of the district. The district rule, from what I understand, is not to engage the public, which you did, even though you gave me back the time. If you want to engage, we can go back and forth, but I would still want my 3 minutes. Now, at 2:17, 2 hours 17 on the tape, you said, quote, for you, meaning me, to say that the public needs these documents, the candidates' resumes, because they can ask the candidates questions, is inconsistent with the process that we follow. The only people entitled to ask questions are the board members, end quote. That's absolutely false, because you allowed the public to ask Mr. Capriati, Mrs. Gormley, Mr. DuPont questions when they were the finalists, with the proviso that the public do it in a civil way, because these three were willing to sacrifice a lot by volunteering their time. And even though nobody got up, you still gave us that option. Now, at 2:15:57, you stated, quote, in the information age, we have identity theft, all sorts of unfortunate things can be done with personal information of candidates, particularly the ones whom did not make it to the final stage, end quote. Now, any reasonable person listening to you would conclude, oh, Mr. Band wants their personal information. The fact is, I specified on the request that I did not want personal information, but you didn't acknowledge that fact. And further, the OOR stated in its final determination, page 6, the request specifically states that, quotation, personal information as to the house and street number or cell number of the name and ages of the children is not being sought, end quote. And you didn't acknowledge that fact. Finally, it cost me $35. What do you think it cost the district and taxpayers' money? $1,540. I'm not an attorney. I never took a course in law. They spent 11 hours. I spent maybe 2 hours.
Mr.
And I'm done.
Your time is up, but I just want to make one clarification.
Yes.
Go to the minutes of the January board meeting.
January?
Okay, when the finalist candidates, Mr. Capriati, Ms. Gormley, and Mr. DuPont, who was then openly appointed, I solicited comments from the public saying that they should be professional in scope and that they could speak in favor of or against their candidacy. I did not indicate they could ask questions of the candidate. That is the sole province of the board. I stand by my statement at minute 2:15 or 17 of the April 22nd, 2014 meeting to you, sir.
But I could ask them questions through you. I could raise the questions. So it's just a matter of semantics. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.